you can see why Victor liked Patty so much more than me. No, but that wasn't unique to him. I got an opportunity to speak yesterday evening over at the Rosary, over at Oak Hill, and I appreciated that very much. And I don't want to repeat a lot of that or mess that up. But in saying that, I was actually kind of reluctant to speak about Victor at all because I don't know how many of you remember this, but a few years back, we had a birthday party for him over at National Hispanic University, and it was a roast. About who the hell wants to roast Victor Garza? Okay. And I got, someone drew my name out of the hat, said, go ahead, lead off. But I'd given a little thought, and I said, there's a little bit to work with here. I got some jokes about his boots, the mustache. I got a little bit to work with, right? So I got out there and did my thing for a few minutes, and Victor's, kind of creeping up behind me. He didn't go sit down. He's standing behind the speaker. Anyway, I just got that sense I should stop, and I turned around and looked at him. He was not impressed. Yeah, thank you, David. That would be enough now, last night a lot of people were talking about, him referring to people as cabron, and I kind of made a secondary joke, he just always referred to me as David, or my good friend David, but I'm quite clear that he must have referred to me like that many times in terms of getting me in the room and getting me somewhere where I needed to be. Everything Patty talked about and everything I talked about last night, none of it happens without Rose Amador. And Rose, I just need to say that because, this is Victor's time. We're so focused on it, rightfully so. But his passion for going out and getting the resources that you needed, and because of his faith in you and his confidence in you, his ability to say, just bring those kids here, what Patty was talking about right now, that was because of his confidence in you. He knew he could get in his car and take off after he said that, and everything was going to be fine. And, Cindy Chavez and I saw many, many times, together and separately. The story she was telling, I wasn't there. I have a few where she wasn't there. But we have a few where we were both there. Or we were in back-to-back meetings, with our offices 50 feet away from each other. I mentioned Sal Alvarez last night because, I don't mean this in any demeaning way at all, but it's like Batman and Robin. There was, in a superhero type of a way, they could come in and, give you the 1-2 punch. And that's no disrespect to anyone else on the board here or in the doors. We're at the foundation, which Sal used to always cite, but they, as we know, they had the ability, if you weren't going to say yes at the first meeting, you're going to get an awful lot of incoming from people, including people on a national basis, iconic people, telling you what's right and wrong. And they didn't come in unless they were unconflicted, unless they knew they were righteous. I mentioned last night their ability. There were a few news conferences here, that I was invited to, and I was part of, and many people in this room were told to be here, that were fill up this whole space with leaders, top leaders from throughout the community. Who could do that? Aside from, a mayor, maybe a president of the Board of Supervisors, a governor. The governor can't even pull people in like that. They could convene anyone. Victor had the ultimate confidence, that he could do that. Those two would have a falling out from time to time. It was not a perfect relationship by any means. And in fact, I was kind of saddened because, you know, in their later years, that was a problem. But I kept thinking over and over again yesterday, they must have had un abrazo like you couldn't believe when Victor got there. Has to be. I could just see them. I could just see Victor saying, okay, where do we go from here, you know? You got here first, where do we go from here? What are we organizing? Anyway, like everyone else has spoken and everyone else is here, I mean, we wouldn't be here, you know, unless we love the man very much. It still seems surreal to me. I'm sitting here in the place where we had the meetings, on the evening when we'd have the meetings, you know, looking at a portrait of him instead of him. And it's that loss that it's going to take me a long time to get over that. And I'm kind of glad it's going to take me a long time to get over that. It should take me a long time to get over that. It definitely leaves a big hole in the heart. And for our community, you know, there's not that many people to go to that can lead a community on civil rights issues fearlessly like that. Can you think of who's going to take over that role? I can't think. But right now, I'm just missing him a lot personally, and I know all of you are too. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.